Hi everyone! Welcome to part 2 of creating your own self-portrait inspired by Frida Kahlo. In part 1 we did our beautiful frame with all of our flowers and birds and bright colours. So today we are going to work on the self-portrait, which is going to be in the centre part here. You can choose whether you want to cut out the centre area and then do your self-portrait on a separate piece of paper, or whether you'd like to just draw and paint or colour your self-portrait straight onto the original artwork. Up to you. I've decided to cut it out. So the first thing that you need to do is make sure, if you are going to do the cutout method, that you have created a shape the same size as the hole, so you know how big your self-portrait needs to be. So I cut the hole out, and then I put the piece of paper in behind here and traced around so I could see how big my self-portrait needs to be. It can be easier to work off a photograph when you're doing a picture of yourself, or use a mirror. Sometimes it's a bit tricky to remember what you look like from your head. So I would definitely recommend using a mirror or taking a photograph of yourself on your phone so that you can just reference that rather than trying to remember what you look like. So your self-portrait is going to be just your head and shoulders and a little bit of your torso. We don't need to see the whole body, we just want to see half of your body. So we've got a nice big face in the middle of your frame. Just going to draw my head shape on here. You want the face to be quite big on the page. Now remember, when we did faces previously, we do the line down the centre of the face, and that helps us to position things on the face. And we also do the cross across here for the eyes, so you can still use that technique as well as using the mirror. There we go, and once you're happy with the drawing, then you can use your felt, colour pencils, pastels or paints to add your colours. I'm just using a slightly darker skin colour here, just to do some of the shadows on the face. So I've just mixed a little bit of brown in with my skin colour. And we're going to make a slightly lighter skin colour to create some highlights. So the end of the nose, down the bridge of the nose, across the forehead. This is where the light is, on the end of the chin here, and on the cheeks. Right, let's do these eyebrows. And now for your hair. Now remember that your hair has actually got a lot of different shades of colour in it. So if you think, oh, I've got brown hair, it may have some brown, but it also might have some different shades in there. So I think it's a good idea to do this sort of method where you put one colour on and add some of the lines of your hair, and then also use a few other variations on that colour. So if you've got brown hair, use a few different browns. If you've got blonde hair, use a few different yellows or golden colours so that you can get a little bit of variety. So just try to mix in a few extra colours with what you're doing. And now for the lovely clothes. Let's do some nice patterns here. Great, so once you've done your clothes, you're going to choose a colour that you want for your background. And it's going to go in behind here. So I really like this really bright blue colour. I think it's going to look really nice in behind there. So we're going to go with a bright blue. And we're just going to fill in all around and behind us here. We're going to go a little bit wider than our line that we put on the page. There we go. And that's going to go over the top like that. So we have created the self-portrait and we've done the background. So now it's just a matter of gluing the frame onto our portrait. So it's a good idea to just lay it out and see where it's going to fit nicely, and then you may just want to mark, give yourselves a little guide so that when you come to glue it down you can remember. So I'm just drawing a little line around the edge of my page here so I can see where it needs to be glued down and where I need to put the glue as well. So that comes off, and then I'm going to grab my glue and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just around the edge of the painting, of the self-portrait, and also around the edge of the page as well. You could just tape it onto the back, would be fine as well. And I'm just going to spread out this PVA glue so we don't get big lumpy bumpy bits. And I'll line up our frame against the lines that we put down. Happy, and then I'm just going to press that into place, and I'm just going to trim the extra bit of paper off the edge here, and there we have our finished self-portrait inspired by Frida Kahlo. So I love all the bright colours. It's like a celebration of who you are. Really, really fun, and I hope you have enjoyed making your self-portrait as well. I would love to see what you made, so please take photos and send them through when you finish making your artwork. Thanks for watching. I will see you again next time. Bye!